Welcome! In this solo playthrough Marvel Champions card game, we have Tigra teaming up with Magneto to take on an expert Vision. So down at the table for Vision, it goes over our setup here on the Superhero Resistance. We're going with versions 3 and 4 for expert mode, and we will be using the 4 modular sets that came in the Synthezoid Smackdown. For setup and cooperative, we're going to find the chosen leader side scheme and reveal it. And then on this, we've got a threshold of 7 per player. If there's more than one player on our team, the stage gains Hinder 2. And force response, after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. So his scheme is when defeated, the player who defeated the scheme confuses their identity. Otherwise, they stun their identity. And for him, you can see how his scheme and attack moves. But starting with a scheme of 1 and attack of 2, for setup, we find his mass form attachment and attach it to Vision dense side face up. Force response, after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, flip Vision's mass form attachment, and 18 health per player. And when this goes to the next, he becomes steady. When revealed, deal each player an encounter card. Vision can take damage this phase, or cannot. And force response, he's got the same thing, flipping his mass form after step 1 of the villain phase, and 22 health per player. And his mass form attachment on the dense side gives him +1 attack. On the intangible side gives him +1 scheme, and when he would take any amount of damage, reduce that amount by 1. Then for our heroes, we have Tigra going with aggression and Magneto going basic with a side of justice. So Tigra has a thwart of 1, attack of 2, defense of 3. Each minion with a copy of Hunted attached loses guard. On the hunt response, after the player phase begins, draw a card for each minion engaged with you to a maximum of 3. Hand size of 5, hit points of 10. Alter ego side, recovery of 3. Undercover work, as an action, search your deck and discard pile for a copy of Hunted. Add it to your hand size of 6 on this side. For aggression cards, we have 2 Power of Aggression, Marvel Boy, Bug, Spider-Girl, Sunfire, Gold Balls, and Throg, along with combat training, aggressive conditioning, and martial prowess, and a Hall of Heroes. Then we have 3 Savage Strikes, 3 Precision Strikes, 3 Relentless Assaults, and 3 Bring It's. And our basic cards, we have our 3 Dual Resources, a Helicarrier, Endurance, and a Downtime. And for Magneto, he has 2 for thwart, attack, and defense. Magnetic Pull ability. As an action, discard cards from the top of your deck until a magnetic card is discarded. Add that card to your hand. Hand size of 5, hit points of 10. Alter ego, recovery of 3. The survivor is a response. After you change to this form, shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile into your deck. A hand size of 6 on this side. And the justice cards, we have under surveillance, 3 clear the areas, and 3 for justice. And for the basic cards, we have 2 the power in all of us, our 3 dual resources, the X-Jet, crew quarters, helicarrier, an X-Gene, recuperation, downtime, endurance, and then our allies Gambit, Sync, Beak, Triage, Angel, Professor X, Forge, and Nick Fury. Okay, finish shuffling up our encounter deck. And get our heroes set up. Starting with Tigra. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Bring It, Feline Senses as a keeper, Precinct HQ. We'll go with an ally. Discard those 3, Savage Strike, Strength, and a Bring It. And over here, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, Metal Shards, Genius, clear the area, our helmet. Well, It's not the best. Energy, shards, forge, and beak. All right, first thing, search for a hunted card. Found one. All right, first thing, bring in our Precinct HQ. It's an alter ego action. Exhaust it, remove a threat from a scheme, remove an additional threat for each minion engaged with you. So we'll go ahead and use that to remove one threat. And flip over. We will go find a friend. There's some really nasty ones in there, but I think we'll go for Moon Knight. So with this, as an additional cost to play this upgrade, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it into play engage with you, so it's not being revealed. Attach Hunted to that minion and stun it. So we get to skip his when revealed, which is resolve the when revealed ability of the topmost treachery in the encounter discard pile. Retaliate of 2, toughness 5 health, schema 2, attack of 2, so pretty nasty. Definitely have to worry about that next turn. And now we're going to bring it. Draw one card for each minion engaged with you. See if we top deck into something nice. We did. Fortunately, it doesn't help me play a different card. I'm going to do Feline Senses, remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, stun a minion. We definitely want to get rid of this. Guess I should put some health up here for him. So 36. But we are just going to attack to get rid of the tough. Ooh, we do get retaliated on for doing that. In that case, we'll take 2 up here. All right, we're going to bring in our helmet. So Magneto gains steady as a resource, exhaust his helmet, generate a wild resource for a magnetic card. Then we will flip over, do our magnetic pull action, discard cards from the top of your deck until a magnetic card's discarded, add that to your hand. So if it's yellow, it's definitely not magnetic, or an ally. Or that, or that. Okay, found our cape. So after you resolve your magnetic pull ability, exhaust Magneto's cape to ready Magneto. So we will use that to help bring our cape in. Then we are going to play Beak, thwart a 1, attack a 1/2 health. After you play him from your hand, remove a threat from a scheme for each X-Men ally you control. So just 1 X-Men ally, so that's going to be 1. And then we'll go ahead and scheme with him to take care of this. And that's going to trigger when defeated, the player defeated, the scheme confuses their identity. But we are currently steady, so we're only half confused. So then we will thwart for 2. And ender turn. So we're going to keep both of those. So drawing 3 more, Feline Senses, Relentless Assault, and some Sharp Claws. And over here, got his armor, wrapped in metal, electromagnetic blast, and a magnetic bubble, along with sync. Then we will add 2 threat, and don't forget to flip his form, so now he's +1 to his scheme, and reduces amount of damage by 1. And each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. Martial Prowess, Throg, and Hunted. And over here, Asteroid M, a Helicarrier, and an Angel. So then Vision is attacking for 2. We will just take it. So we're taking 3. Then lose Stunned. Then attacking over here, Beak will defend. And taken out by a Crescent Dart. And in counter cards, Mass Increase, attach a Vision. When a character attacks him while the dense attachment's in play, prevent all damage from that attack and stun the attacking character. Discard this card. And here we've got the Young Avengers. Hinder 1, the first minion revealed each round gains Surge, and that comes in with 5. And pass first player. And player phase begins. We'll draw a card. And we're going to use that to help pay for a magnetic card. And so that and the bubble to bring in our armor. To resolve your magnetic pull ability, if you discarded at least one of the following resources, so depending on how many cards we go through, we'll get +1 thwart, attack, and or defense. We are going to start with thwarting for 2. Then do our ability. Alright, so we've got an energy and a mental. So we've got +1 defense and +1 thwart. Oop, wrong color. And we ready ourselves. Then we will exhaust ourselves to thwart for 3 to get rid of this. Then we'll do an electromagnetic blast. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from the scheme, you may discard an attachment with the text hero action or hero response. Then we will bring in our sharp claws. So you can make a basic attack, exhaust it. Tiger gets +1 for this attack, and we can choose overkill or piercing. Then we are going to attack, choosing overkill, and add a savage strike on that. When you make a basic attack, you get +6 attack, and it gains piercing. So we'll be attacking for 6, 7, 8, 9. So the piercing gets rid of tough. He soaks up 5, 4 breaks through. But when you would take any amount of damage, reduce it by 1. So we'll be taking 3. And the way this is worded is when a character attacks Vision. We did not attack Vision. We went after this guy. So Moon Knight is out. Hunted will ready us. And I think we're going to flip over and recover for 3. And use the precinct to remove 1. And end your turn. So drawing 5, Magnetic Missile, Master of Magnetism, Nick, Powering All of Us, and the Master of Magnetism. Tons of resources. Guess what? Nick's going to have us draw some free cards, but we'll probably be out of our deck by then. So 1, 2, Cat-like Reflexes, Moon Knight, Spider-Girl, Sunfire, and Precision Strike. And a Bring It. So we add 2 threat. 1, 2, 3. Got a Missile, the X-Jet, and a Blast. And over here, Helicarrier, Tooth and Claw, and a Bug. Okay, first thing is attacking Magneto. Oh, that's right, we still have that. So we have a defense of 3. We'll go ahead and defend. He's got an attack of 2. 4 coming our way. We take 1. And scheming over here for 1. Oh wait, this flips. So we took 2. And now scheming for a base 1, 2. Then in counter cards, villain attacks you. Guess we'll just take this. So 1, 2, 3. Just 3. And then when revealed, discard an upgrade you control. There goes our claws. So Hawkeye comes out and trims her nails. Her attacks gain piercing. That wasn't nice. Pass first player. We will use this to remove 2 threats, so it's a base 1 plus 1. We'll search for a hunted. And we will go hunting. I think someone in here had quick strike, so now would be the time to do that. Speed. Oh, except for the part where oh yes, not revealed. Just put in play. We're not a hero, so it's not going to attack us. But he is hunted. So stunned. Now we flip over. Oh, that's silly. Should have waited for this moment, then done this to remove 3. Let's play a little smarter. Now flip over. We're going to bring in Moon Knight with Sunfire. After he enters play, search in counter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it in play. Engage with you, stun and confuse that minion. Oh, we definitely don't want that because that's going to have us get attacked. We will bring in Stature. Who has guard, but we're putting it in play so we ignore the discard to support you control. And stunned and confused. Then we are going to bring it to draw a card for each minion. So Precision Strike, Power of Aggression, and Cat-like Reflexes. And I forgot to draw a card at the beginning of my turn. So we will bring in Spider-Girl, 4/1, attack for 2, 2 health. After you play her from your hand, stun and confuse a minion. Okay, we're going to play, let's see, we're at max health. We're going to play Precision Strike, deal 2 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, heal 2. We're going to deal 2 up here. Actually, how's this work? We're not dealing 2 up there, so we've got everything back and stun the attacking character. So now we're stunned. But then we'll do Precision Strike again, which is an attack to become unstunned. And unfortunately, we've got a guard. And we lost our overkill. So we will attack for 2. Then attack for 2 more. And then attack for 2. And move over here. That went away. So the first thing we're going to do is bring in Nick Fury. 4-2, attack for 2 and 3 health. After he enters play, choose to remove 2 threat from a scheme, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage to an enemy. We are going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're 1 short. Well, do I want to do it that way? We will use our ability first. See if we have a magnetic card left in here. We did not. We did discard physical and energy. So +1 attack and +1 defense. And we ready. Of course, we went through our deck, so we got an encounter card. And now we'll bring in Nick Fury to draw 3. Clear the area, wrapped in metal, and an X-Jet. Alright, we're going to bring in the X-Jet. Exhaust the X-Jet, generate a wild resource for a player whose identity has the X-Men trait. Then we will use that to help pay for clear the area, remove 2 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat on that scheme, draw a card. So we get to draw into Asteroid M. Shuffle the topmost magnetic card in your discard pile into your deck and heal a damage from your identity. I think what we're going to do is use that to help pay for a magnetic card. Attached to a non-elite minion. Attached minion cannot activate. Treat its printed text box as if it were blank. So Hawkeye is now wrapped in metal. And stunned and confused. Then Nick is going to attack for 2. And we will attack for 3. And end turn. Drawing 5. Gold Balls, Savage Strike, Power of Aggression, Hunted, and Aggressive Conditioning. Oops. Actually, I was keeping that. We already have our 5 cards. Clear the area, sink, metal shards, magnetic bubble, and a helicarrier. So we get 2 threat up here. This gets flipped over. We lose 3 cards. So we lost the aggressive conditioning, our other claws, and a strike. Those claws really make her work. Over here, shards, clearing the area, and a missile. Then attacking over here for base 2, Spider-Girl will defend. And go over here. can't activate. Lose stunned and stunned. Then attacking over here, Nick Fury defends. He goes away. And encounter cards. All right, Solar Beam. Vision attacks you. If the dense attachment is in play, he gets +1 attack for this attack. If it's not, he's intangible. So attacking for a base 2, we will just take it 3/4. And over here, surge and exhaust your identity. So we surge. Atlanteans, when revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Wrapped in Metal, Strength, and for Justice. If you're an alter ego, we're in hero form, taking indirect damage for each different card type discarded this way. We lost an event, a resource, and an upgrade. So I think he's done. And then, old grievances. Alter ego action, exhaust team to discard old grievances. After you use your magnetic pull ability, take a damage for each card discarded. Well, I think we know what he's doing on his turn. Except we can't exhaust. Those go away. Pass first player. She will draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Combat training, relentless assault, and a tooth and claw. Well, we would use that for a resource for clear the area, remove 2 threat, and draw a card. Shouldn't have done that. There's a magnetic one. Then we're going to put a bubble in play. We get retaliate, force interrupt. When you would take any amount of damage, place it here. Then if there is at least 6 damage here, discard the bubble. So that just saved us. So now what we're going to do is our magnetic pull ability. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we take 4 damage. That goes on there, but we're still fine. We discarded an energy and mental. So +1 defense and +1 thwart. And we get that. But we get to ready. Then we're going to flip over and exhaust to discard this. And after you change to this form, shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile into your deck. All right, first we're going to go combat training, giving us +1 attack. Then we will go relentless assault, dealing 5 damage to minion. If you paid for this using a physical resource, gains overkill. But he's reducing, so we're going to put that here on the guard. So it soaks up 1, 4 breaks through, but he only takes 3. Then we will attack for 3. Unfortunately, 2 of that's wasted, but we will ready. Then we will attack for base 3 and add a Savage Strike on that. So we're swinging for 9. So it takes it down to 12. right, we'll swing for 2. And we'll end our turn. Let's see, over here, we'll discard one of those. Professor X, Genius, Energy for Justice, and Recuperation. Good timing on that one. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got our Amulet, Savage Strike, Tooth and Claw, and a Relentless Assault. And an encounter card. Got one more card coming. Aggressive Conditioning. 2 threat. Flip the form, discard 3. Bring It, Power of Aggression, and Cat-like Reflexes. And over here, under Surveillance, Downtime, and an X Gene. And now Scheming for base 1, 2, 3. And just so people don't get confused watching, I'll put that there. We are steady. And attacking over here, Moon Knight defends. So base 3, 4, 5. Deal out some encounter cards. Superhero Sibling, or Superpowered Siblings. Hinder 1. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme discards a card from their hand. So it comes in with 5. And Shadow of the Past. Nothing we can do about that. So that brings out the hood. Schema 1, attack 1 for health, steady, villainous, force response. After he attacks, place a threat on Criminal Underworld side scheme. And Criminal Underworld, each criminal minion cannot take damage. Comes out with 4. Then we shuffle these 3 into here. And we gain the Hunted trait. Alter Ego action. Discard the top 8 cards of your deck to discard this card. Got a Blood Debt. Pass first player, which triggers her drawing 2 cards. Helicarrier and a Throg. Okay, we're going to bring in the Cat Head's Amulet. Exhaust it, generate a physical resource for each minion engaged with you to a max of 3. Then flip over. Search for a copy of Hunted. And see if there's someone in here we want. Speed again, because the quick strike doesn't happen and it's put in play. Then we will discard the top 8 cards of our deck to discard this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Recover for 3. Use that to create 3 resources to bring in aggressive conditioning, give us +1 attack and another 3 health. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll bring in Throg. After he enters play, give him a tough status if you're engaged with a minion, and we are. And use this to remove 4 threat. Okay, over here, I'm going to bring in Recuperation. As an alter ego action, heal damage from your alter ego equal to your recovery. And then we will recover for 3. And flip over. That's from last turn. We'll go ahead and use our magnetic pull ability. All right. And strike out. So we don't draw anything. Wild doesn't do anything, so we still didn't get a physical. But we're +1 defense and +1 thwart. We went through our deck and we will ready. Okay, we will use both of those for an electromagnetic blast to remove 3 threat from a scheme. Let's see, there's nothing over there with hero action, so it doesn't matter. We'll take 3 off of there. Then we will bring in, well, wait, we will use Magneto to thwart for 3. Then bring in Professor X, thwart a 3, attack of 0, 3 health. To enters play, confuse the villain, stun a minion, or ready an X-Men character you control. You know what? Confusing the villain would not be a terrible play at this point. You just make sure he's not steady. And then he will thwart for 3. And the player who defeated this scheme discards a card from their hand. I don't have any more cards in my hand. And end your turn. So 5 cards. Got a missile, an angel, clear the area, master magnetism, and a beak. And over here, downtime, tooth and claw, hunted, genius, precision strike, and some claws. Nice. Get to threat. Flip that over. Discard 3 cards, hunted, endurance, and sunfire. And shards, quarters, and more shards. And now goes to scheme here, loses confused, doesn't activate, villainous, so discard a card from your hand, and 1. We'll discard a hunted, and then another 1. Then attacking over here, Professor X defends. A base 2, 3, 4. And counter cards. All right, attach to the hood, otherwise attached to the villain. After you make a basic attack against the attached enemy, spend those resources to discard this card. Or just kill him. Gets him +1/+1. Then we have exhaust your identity and deal 2 damage to it. Oh, that wasn't nice. Oh, actually, it goes there. Now there's 6 damage there. And it gets discarded. And then discard an upgrade or support you control. Well, they're all awesome, but we'll get rid of that one. And then pass first player. Before I forget about it, I'm going to use her precinct ability, which will remove 1, 2, 3, 4 threat. Magneto will use his ability. So we've got a magnetic card, all physical. So we're +1 attack this round. And we ready. Definitely could use the magnetic missile, but it's nice always having someone locked up there. We'll see how the rest of the turn plays out. Okay, so Angel, reduce the cost of playing by 1 if your identity has the mutant or X-Men trait. So it just takes 2 to bring him in. Then we will bring in Beak. After you play him, remove a threat from a scheme for each X-Men ally you control, so that'll be 2. And he will attack here for 1. And Angel will attack over here for 2. Magneto will go, that's a time to heal. All right, 8 out of 10. We have blockers attacking for 3. Actually, attack for 3, but it only did 2. Let me get the right token. And we will flip, or will we? Let's see. We're at 10, 12. Yeah. Oh, before we flip, let's get her hunted back, then flip. Okay. Well, first we will do Tooth and Claw. Reduce the cost to play this event by 1 for each minion engaged with you, so it's going to cost us 1. Deal 4 damage to an enemy, then deal 4 damage to an enemy. But it's going to turn in, deal 3 damage to an enemy, and deal 3 damage to an enemy. So he's down to 2. And we will overpay for Sharp Claws. Then use a Precision Strike. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, heal 2 damage from your hero. So we'll deal 2 here, which will defeat him. We heal for 2, but we can only heal 1. Then we will attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And overkill. So 2 gets soaked up there. 3 breaks through, which means 2 goes through, just enough to finish him off. And That will ready us. But it also goes to the next one. So now 44 health. Deal each player an encounter card. Cannot take any more damage this phase and still has the changes mass form attachment. So we are prepared to do more, but we're not going to do anything. So end her turn. We will keep our genius. Relentless Assault, Savage Strike. Got our other claws and a Tooth and Claw. Over here, Gambit, clear the area. Endurance, I meant to discard the Magic Missile. Energy and a Strength. Add to threat. He gets Dense, discard 3 cards. Asteroid M and Nick. Then attacking over here, Beak will defend. Then attacking over here, Throg will defend. And lose Tough from that. Then some more encounter cards. Alright, Touch of Vision. He's now Stalwart. Hero response after you make a basic attack against him. You can spend a mental and physical to discard this card and flip his mass form attachment. Gives him +1 to his scheme. And then Density Control. When he activates, if this activation is a scheme, flip his form, attack, flip his form to the Dense. Then a Vision's mass form attachment flipped. Discard this card. And then for Tigra, Janice, if you have the Hunted trait, activates against you, otherwise discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Losing Spider-Girl and a Bring It. And then Spellcasting, Force Interrupt, Obligation. When you play a card, cancel its effects and discard it, then discard this card. And we pass first player. First thing she'll do is draw 2 cards. Energy and a Precision Strike. So we will start by playing this. Just to cancel it and discard it and get rid of that. Then we will use this to create 2 physical resources since we have 2 minions for a Relentless Assault. Dealing 5 damage with Overkill. So he goes away and it does 2 damage. Then we'll play a Tooth and Claw, overpay for that, to deal 4 damage and 4 damage. So down to 34. Then we will attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for Magneto, it's going to thwart for 2, then do our ability. All right, so we've got mental and energy. Oh, I might have been doing that wrong. That's only for the ones you discarded. Well, for messing up, it just won't give me a bonus this time. We'll take the Master Magnetism. We will ready. Then we'll bring in Gambit for 3. After your energy play, look at the top 3 cards in counter deck and tuck one under him so that only the boost is visible. And X is the number of boost icons on the card under him. So we're looking. We'll take that. And we know there's going to be a boost of 1 and 0 shortly. Then he will attack for 3. He will attack for 2. And then Magneto will attack for 2. And spend a mental and physical. Discard this card and flip Vision's Mass Form attachment. And end your turn. Keep the energy, got a sync, recuperation, X-Gene, and for justice. Keeper claws, precision strike, a bug, power of aggression, and a counter card. And shuffle. And one more, another strike. So 2 threat, flip his form, discard 3, Hall of Heroes, Savage Strike, and Gold Balls. And over here, Forge, Triage, and Under Surveillance. Then attacking over here. So when Vision activates, it's an attack. Flip Vision's Mass Form attachment to dense. It is already dense. If his form attachment flipped, then discard this. Okay, well, it's not flipping. Oh, and I forgot the Surge. We'll just hand out an extra encounter card this time. Sorry about that. So attacking for 3, we're just going to take it. Reveal this card, attach a vision. He has retaliate and hero response after you make a basic attack. Spend an energy and a mental. Discard this and flip his mass form attachment. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Attacking over here, doesn't flip. But Angel's going to defend. And deal out encounter cards. So when revealed, Vision attacks you. If the dense attachment is in play, Vision gets +1. It is in play. Thrall will defend this time. And goes away. We will add an acceleration. Place 2 threat on the criminal underworld side scheme. Otherwise, find it and reveal it. Madam Mask. So let's get 4, and criminals can't be hurt. over here, the villain schemes. So now he's activating. It's going to flip that, and this will go away. So scheming for 3, 4. And exhaust a character you control. If dense attachment is in play, it is not. If the intangible attachment is in play, flip it. And we pass first player. Start of the round, she'll draw 2 cards. Downtime and Relentless Assault. We will thwart for 2. Use our, oh goodness, just 2 cards. We'll go through the process. Oh, found a magnetic right off the bat, so we didn't discard anything, so that won't trigger, but we will ready. We have a wrapped in metal. So we will go for justice, remove 3 threat from a scheme, 4 if we paid using a mental. Then we will bring in sync. So thwart 1, attack 1, 3 health. Play only if your identity has the X-Men trait. When you use a basic power exhauster, you get +1 to that power for this use. Then we will thwart using her, so we're thwarting for 3. And flip over and shuffle our top 3 cards into our deck. We're still going to deck ourselves though. Then over here, Relentless Assault for 5 damage and overkill. Takes her out. 2 breaks through. So down to 19. Then we're going to bring in our other set of sharp claws. Do a basic attack against vision. So it is going to be for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get retaliated on. We will discard a mental and an energy to discard this and flip his attachment. Then we will flip over and use that ability to remove up to 2 threat. And end your turn. We will go ahead and keep that, getting a martial prowess, power of aggression, hunted, endurance, and another hunted. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a blast, power in all of us, recuperation for justice, and encounter card. Shuffle, we have 1 more coming. That's metal shards. I believe that means vision doesn't stand a chance next turn. So 3 threat, changes form, discard 3, Spider Girl, Sunfire, Tooth and Claw, crew quarters, X-Jet, and under surveillance. Then schemes for 1, 2, 3. And schemes over here for 2. And encounter cards. Alright, Young Avengers. First minion revealed each round gains Surge. So it's coming in with 5. Old Grievances. We've seen that before. And when revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If you're in alter ego form, place a threat on the main scheme for each different card type discarded this way. So 1, 2, 3. We've got an upgrade, a support, and an ally. Which takes us from 8 to 11. And we pass first player. We did not get attack cards, but it's not really going to matter. So we can use that to remove a threat from a scheme. Actually, 2 threat from a scheme, so it's down to 9. We will flip over and attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So down to 7. We will exhaust Eric to get rid of the grievances. Flip over for fun. Use our magnetic pull ability. All right, so not discarded, so we've got energy and mental, which gives us defense and thwarting power. And readies us. But then we'll use some metal shards to deal 7 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, we gain the tough status. And that is enough to defeat. But we're Magneto, so we'll do it one more time just for a little bit of fun. So that was Magneto and Tigra going up against Vision. I know I made a few mistakes early on with counted these for the cards you put in hand. I don't think it really affected that much. We'll see in the playthrough, I guess. But I was discarded a bunch of cards and pretty much ended up with that every time. But as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.